Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This video is about zero or negative indices. The exercise is 1i of chapter 1. So our main objective will be how to find the values when the indices are 0 or negative, and the base, it could be a fraction or a whole number. Let me give you some examples. Like for example, if the index will become -2, so how could we find the value if the index becomes -2? Or let's say the index is 0, so what will be its value? And this base, it could be in a fraction. For example, 2 out of 3, and the index is 0, or the index is -3, any negative number, right? So first of all, let's discuss how can we solve such expressions when the index is a negative or 0. Now I have solved this question in two different ways. For example, we have a question 2 to the power 3 divided by 2 to the power 3. So you can see here, if I expand 2 to the power 3, it becomes 2 times 2 times 2. And similarly in the denominator, because divided by can be written in the denominator, so if I expand it, it also becomes 2 times 2 times 2. So it becomes 2, as you know, the 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. So 8 divided by 8, it will be 1. But if I go with the rules, do you remember in my previous video I told you what are the rules when we want to divide two expressions with you can say same base? So look at this, I have to subtract the exponents. So it will be 2 to the power 3, and the exponents will be subtracted, the base will remain the same, and the answer will become 2 to the power 0, as I have done it over here. So we have two correct answers. Like same question, when it is solved in two different ways, it is giving us this answer and this one, right? This shows that both the answers are equal to each other because they are the answer of the same question, right? So we can say 2 to, when the exponent or the index, it becomes 0, it will become equal to 1. So it doesn't mean whatever the base will be. For example, the base is 4 and the exponent is 0, again the answer will be 1. That means we are dividing 4 to the power, let's say 5 divided by 4 to the power 5. Any number, it could be, let's say 2022. When its exponent will be 0, the answer will be 1. X to the power 0, the answer will be 1. So all these examples, they show that whenever the exponent, it becomes 0, the answer is 1. Okay, the value is 1. Now let's say we have this question, a to the power 3, or a index 3 divided by a power 5. So as you know, in my previous video I explained you, whenever we are dividing such expressions, so we subtract the power. So 3 minus 5, so 3 minus 5, the answer will be -2. That's why it's becoming a to the power -2. Same question could be solved in a different way. So a to the power 3 divided by a to the power 5, we can write this one in the numerator, a times a, and similarly this one shows that a is repeated 5 times, so I can write it in the denominator. So this one has been written in the numerator, this one has been written in the denominator. So as you know, we can cancel the similar numbers in the numerator and the denominators. So a could be cancelled, the first one could be cancelled with the first, second could be cancelled with second, third with the third. So let's see what is left. So in the numerator, because all have been cancelled, so it's 1, and in the denominator a times a is left. That means repeated multiplication, so it's going to be a to the power 2. So again, we have same question solved in two different ways, giving us this answer and this answer. This shows that a to the power -2 is equal to 1 over a to the power 2. This, or you can say that whenever the exponent is negative, you can take the reciprocal of that, or you can say you can flip that fraction to make the exponent or the index positive. As you can see here, 5 to the power -2. So if you want to get the value, or if you want to find the value of this expression, what can you do first? First take it down, or you can say flip it this one will go in the numerator, this one will go in the denominator, and it will become 5 to the power 2. And 5 to the power means 5 times 5, so the final answer will become 1 out of 25. Let's say if I have a fraction that is having a negative index, what can I do? I can make that negative index, or you can say we can change that negative index into a positive index just by flipping this fraction. Actually what we are doing, we are taking the reciprocal of this fraction, right? Or let me explain you in another way. 3 out of 10, its exponent was -4. That means that the exponent of 3 was -4 and the exponent of 10 was also -4. Now if I flip it, you know that if we flip the fraction, or we take the reciprocal of the fraction, when this one will go in the denominator, its exponent will become positive, so it will become 3 to the power 4, and when this one will go in the numerator, its power will become 10 to the power 4, or simply you can say 10 out of 3 whole power 4. So this shows that if you want to change any negative exponent or any negative index into a positive one, just flip the fraction and the index will change into a positive index. Let's solve some questions from the exercise. Hope you understand this. From this explanation you got the idea. Find the value of each. So as you can see here, all the exponents or the indices are negative. Same is the case here, right? So it's very easy. Simply you will say, you will flip the fraction. You can put 1 under this whole 8 to the power -1, flip it, and it will become 1 out of 8 to the power 1. And you know that in my previous video I told you 8 to the power 1 is the same as 8, right? So this one will become, okay, get the answer of these 3 and then play the video to check your answers. So here are all the answers for question number 6, 7 and 8. Now what about these 4 questions? In my previous slide I explained you that if you want to change this negative index into a positive one, flip the base or take the reciprocal of the base, right? So if you want to take the reciprocal of the base, just take this denominator to the numerator's place and take this numerator to the denominator's place. So it will become 5 will go in the numerator. It will become, let me write it over here separately for you. So it's 1 out of 5 to the power -1. So you will flip it. So 5 will go in the numerator, 1 will come in the denominator, and the exponent will become +1. So 5 to the power 1 is 5, because 5 divided by 5 will remain 5, and exponent 1 is the same like I wrote over here. Clear? So the final answer will become 5. Now get the answer of question number 15, 14, 15 and 16 and then play the video to check your answers. Only you have to flip the fractions. So here are all the answers. Question number 15, look at this. I flipped it, 1 over a, it became 1a over 1 to the exponent or power 1. So a over 1 will remain a, and then when you will take its index or power as 1, it will be a. Similarly here, flip the fraction. Y will go in the numerator, x will go in the denominator. When its exponent is 1, that means y is y and x is x. This one is a little bit different, because when we flip it, it becomes 5 goes in the numerator, 4 goes in the denominator, and the exponent is 1. Now 5 to the power 1 will be 5, 4 to the power 1 will be 4. Now because the numerator is larger than the denominator, so it's better to change it into a mixed number. Okay, let's solve some more questions from the book. Here they are saying find the values of these, so it's not different, it's not difficult. Simply put 1 under it. Let me solve question number 21 over here. So it says 2 to the power -5. So if you want to make this power positive, so flip it first of all. So 1 will go in the numerator and 2 to the power 5 will be in the denominator. Okay, if I want to get its value, that means I need to expand this one. So how could we expand it? It will become 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 and multiply all these. So 2 times 2 will be 4, 4 times 2 will be 8, 8 times 2 will be 16, and then 16 times 2 will be 32. So finally your answer will become 1 out of 32. Clear? So solve question number 22, 23, 24 on your own, and then play the video to check your answers. So here are all the answers, girls. Okay, question number 27. Question number 27, 28, 29, 30. Already I explained you on one of the previous slides how to like first flip the fraction to make the exponent positive. When it will become positive, then just expand it. Let me solve one question for you. For example, question number 27, it says 1 over 2 and whole power is -5. So whenever it means 1 has an exponent -5, 2 has exponent -5, so flip it. So it will become 2 out of 1, and because of this flipping or taking the reciprocal, this one will become +5. So 2 over 1 is actually 2 and the exponent is 5. So 2 to the exponent 5 is how much? We just got it over here, so it's 32, right? So similarly get the answers of question number 28. Here I mean in simple words you can say when it will be flipped 3 over 1, so the exponent will become 3 to the power 4. When this one will be flipped, it will become 8 over 1 and the exponent will be 3. And here it will become 10 over 1 and the exponent will be 4. So get the answers of all these three questions. So as you can see here, this 8 to the power 3, it will give us 512. 3 to the power 4 will give us 81, and here 10 to the power 4 will give us 10,000. So let's solve some more questions here. Now it says find the value of each of the following. As you can see here in the previous slide, when we were having a fraction, the numerator in all these 4 cases was 1. So when we were flipping the fraction, it was becoming a whole number. But here when we flip the fraction, it is not a whole number, it is again a fraction. Let me solve question number 33 for you. It says 3 over 4 to the power -2. So if I want to change this -2 into a +2, then I have to flip the base. The base is 3 over 4, so the numerator will go to the denominator and the denominator will go to the numerator, and to the power -2 will change into +2, right? So we can see here we have 4 to the power 2, and in the base we have 3 to the power 2, because this, when you put this 2 as an index on the whole you can say fraction, that means this exponent is not only for the numerator but it is also for the denominator. Now 4 to the power 2, as you know, it's 16, and 3 to the power 2 is 9. I'm getting an improper fraction, so I will change it into a mixed number by dividing it. 16 divided by 9, 9 times 1 will be 9, and the remainder will be 7. So this one will become a mixed number 1 whole 7 out of 9. So this will be the final answer. As you can see in all these cases, the numerator is smaller and the denominator is larger than the numerator. So when you will flip it, it will become an improper fraction, and all your answers will become the mixed numbers. Now solve 34, 35 and 36 on your own, and then play the video to check your answers. So here are all the answers, girls. Please check your answers. All the answers are highlighted here. That's all for this exercise. Hope you understand it.